Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we're back with another Marvel Snap video. So in this one, we are taking a look at the new data mine bundles. New patch dropped today, and with it we get some new data mines in terms of what we can expect for bundles in the upcoming months. We already knew a bit about bundles that were coming from June from the last patch. Now we're seeing a bit about the end of June and presumably July. The dates on some of these bundles seem a bit off. I think there is a chance that these were intended to be released sooner. They got delayed, and my guess is that from the code that these were data mined from, the old dates were still there, because you're going to see some of the dates listed here are for April, and well, it's May, so obviously they didn't come out in April. But yeah, anyway, let's dive into it. First bundle here, Arrow is still good. If this is the real name for a bundle, I think that is hilarious. It's very amusing when you nerf a card and now you're trying to sell a bundle where you're saying, hey, this card's still good, don't forget about it. That's kind of funny to me. I think Arrow still is a pretty good card, and maybe she gets even better with the wave change, which we'll talk about at another time. But in terms of value, good value. Feels like they're trying to bring back the $5 good value one. Extra value if you don't have Arrow and you want her, as this gets you essentially early access. You'll still open the card on your rewards track eventually, but if you don't have this card in Series 5, you get access to the card right away through the variant, and 500 credits, 500 gold, and the boosters and avatar. Seems pretty reasonable for $5. I hope they do more stuff like this, as these kind of cheaper good value bundles, I think, are not utilized to the best of their ability in terms of doing them often enough. Then we have the Atlantis Beach Club reward. So we are finally seeing them implement old season pass cosmetics into the game, so players who didn't play in the beta can have access to them. I played in the beta, but I didn't really buy many of the season passes, as I was a pretty casual player at the time. So I'm looking forward to this one, being able to get that Wave variant and Cosmo variant. Seems worth it to me. They are also going to include boosters for the cards. Then we have the Newbie Bundles. So these are the ones that you can see the date is not exactly correct. It says March 31st to April 1st. I think it's more likely going to be June 31st to July 1st, given how we normally get these data mined a month-ish in advance. This is kind of interesting because this is the first time we are seeing them put previously available cosmetics from the store into a bundle. We haven't really seen them do that before. Previously, all bundle variants have been exclusive to the bundles that they come in. The Peach Momoko Thor actually just dropped in the store the other night. It's showing base Thor here, but it says variant. I don't know if that's a bug. I don't know if they're giving you the base Thor card. I imagine it's supposed to be another variant, but who knows. Then we get the Baby Thor variant, 1500 credits, some boosters, and new avatars. Worth noting, you only get these two new avatars, but I think it's because Thor might be a default avatar. I'm not sure. For $10, I mean, this is probably a pretty decent value if you're into Thor. Just the credits alone are probably worth it, so pretty decent. It becomes probably an even better value if you want to play with this card and you don't have it yet. We'll have to see if it actually gives you the base card or not, as I don't think any of the other ones do, so maybe that's a little bit of a bug here. But interesting to see, and they're definitely trying something new with this approach. Then we have Newbie Day 1, so it looks like they're going to do a few days of this, and the idea is to just offer stuff that might be appealing for new players. This one is going to include variants for Black Panther and Nakia. Again, these are variants that are previously available in the store, so these are not exclusive. 2,000 credits, 1,500 gold, and some boosters and avatars for these characters. $30 on this one. Well, it might be kind of objectively a decent value in the game's economy. I think most people aren't going to value the variants very highly, as Black Panther and especially Nakia don't see a whole ton of play. I guess compared to normal purchasing in the game, 2,000 credits and 1,500 gold is probably cheaper at the $30 price point, but I don't know if this one's really going to entice a whole lot of people personally. This is probably one I will be skipping out on. Then we have Newbie Day 2. So it looks like they're just trying these at a bunch of different values to see what people are interested in and what works. This one comes with a Chibi Patriot, 1250 credits, 1000 gold, boosters, and a new avatar for $20. I already have Chibi Patriot, so I'll probably be skipping out on this one as I don't really need any of the stuff here. But if you're looking to get a Patriot deck together and you don't have them yet, maybe this is worth a little bit more to you. We have our first offer for gold here. Newbie Day 3 includes the casual variant for Maria Hill. I believe this is a 1200 gold variant, so I'm surprised to see them put it at a 700 gold price tag. Pretty nice if you're looking to pick this up. Probably feel a little annoyed if you already did pick this up for 1200, but I guess that's the way it's going to go now. 750 credits, some boosters, and an avatar. So far, this looks to be pretty decent if you value the variant, as you're getting decent credit value and just a variant thrown in on top. So not the worst, not the best. This is probably going to hinge on whether or not you like the variant and play Maria Hill. Newbie Day 4 comes with the Art Germ Captain Marvel variant, 1250 credits, 1000 gold, 205 Captain Marvel boosters, and a new avatar. This one also looks to be a little bit off-centered. I imagine it's a bug. We'll see, because I don't think that's the position they want that one at. But for $20, I mean, again, if you like the variant a lot or you don't have Captain Marvel, I think basically that's what these bundles are trying to do. This is saying, hey, if you want this card, you get access right away and a cool variant, and, you know, you can upgrade it with these resources, which probably is pretty smart. I think in terms of business side stuff, it's probably a pretty smart way to go about it. But I'm curious to see if the prices are something people will jump at or if they're still deemed as too high, as especially the $30 one seems kind of steep. This one a little bit better at 20, but there are going to be so many of these. I imagine the idea is you kind of pick and choose which one you want, not to buy all of them, because I don't think most people are going to be buying all of these bundles. Newbie Day 5 offering a bit cheaper version here. This one coming with a Miles Morales Sports variant, 500 credits, 500 gold, 155 Miles boosters, and an avatar for $10. It seems fine. If you really want Miles and you don't have him, it's probably a good way of getting him early, especially if you like the variant. Decent enough, nothing to write home about. Last but not least, we have a Newbie Day 6. This is going to be a larger bundle compared to all of the previous ones. 7,500 gold for the Venomized Deadpool, the Carnage with the Belt variant, 10,000 credits, 310 Deadpool and Venom boosters, as well as avatars for these variants. So this one, really not a huge savings here. If you end up doing the math on it, you would basically be paying 8,000 gold for 10,000 credits, I believe. So you're basically saving 500 gold and getting some variants and boosters thrown in on top. Really not a great progression value unless you're someone who is already just naturally buying gold at regular cost, which most players don't and probably shouldn't do at the current prices. But yeah, this is probably a skip. I think there are way more appealing bundles that are going to be coming out through June, especially if you're putting real money into the game. The real money bundles, even at the lower values, blow this out of the water in terms of value. So this is probably going to be a hard skip unless you are already paying kind of regular price for the credits, in which case this is a very slight discount with 2 variants thrown in. That value will be pretty subjective. So we're just going to scroll through some of the new variants that have been data mined in the game as we wrap up. But basically, I think that this is definitely a different direction for them to be taking with the bundles for the month of July. I think there are some good offers here, mainly the cheaper ones. But overall, nothing really jumped out to me in terms of just really good value for the cost outside of maybe the $5 bundles, maybe a $10 one, depending on how much the card or variant interests you. But really not a whole lot jumping out at me here. Also, this is the first time we're seeing them put variants that have been in the store into bundles. I'm curious how people feel about that. I'm sure there are players who already have these variants who probably just don't have any interest in these bundles because of that. So definitely an interesting thing to see them do, as they haven't really done that before in the past. Obviously a lot of cool variants here that will hopefully be joining the shop soon. But overall, if you're saving your gold, you probably want to keep some of the June bundles in mind. I don't think there really is much here in terms of gold value at all, given the amount of bundles that are for real money. You're probably better off either going for June bundles or hoping that there is better stuff later on in the summer, as July is not really looking like it has much in terms of bundle value for gold. The Newbie Bundles is an interesting experiment. It's cool that they're bringing back beta cosmetics. That's good. We've been waiting for that for a while, but definitely not as exciting, in my opinion, as some of the other bundles we've gotten in the past. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited about any of these bundles? Did you prefer the other ones? What are some other things you're hoping to see in the near future? Let me know in the comments below, but that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you enjoyed it, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.